I just got through having some brownies. I made these brownies and I had some ice cream with it. So I just finished that. I know it was dark in here, but as I take you along on this video, I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers, which is Exo McKenna. I'm gonna pause Exo for a second. So, one of the things I need to do is I want to move my microphone because I'm going to be using it on this video that you're going to be looking at right now. I need to move this over here to the new setup for the computer right here, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to attach it, but let me think about that and I'll come right back to you and let you see.
So that, I had it for like my router projects. There's only one other time that I use a router where I can't have it on a table. It has to be like freehand. And it's when I'm cutting hinge holes. And it's basically just when the hinge needs to set, like sit closed. It has still.
So now I need to figure out how to attach this to this table over here. Got the red light going.
I think it wouldn't be that annoying if I actually had a proper tool. I feel like I have a set of these in LA, not here. So how I put them in was like this, and it took me forever. It's taking forever. But I need it because if I don't do that, the doors won't have a good fit. I feel like that's the part of my projects that obviously I don't love. I don't love being like.
I don't know how to make this stay like this in this sort of orientation. This is how I want this to be. But when I let go, it does that. And there's got to be a way for me to tighten this. I don't know if I just need to take off the springs.
Soon, so that was my last appointment. And then after I had the baby, it was all baby time.
Because if I can get this to bend like this is perfect. So I'm just trying to figure out how to tighten that up to do that. I think maybe there's like something that I can put around this and it'll hold that together.
Okay, I got it off. And I always
So
stuff like this on like scrap wood.
I'm gonna look around in the stuff that came with this and see if I can find that piece. And then if I do,
And use this, or it's like the right depth.
I'm gonna attach it
I just don't want to. Everything's installed. I don't want to mess anything up.
to the metal piece about right here.
Let me clamp this down.
And I think that'll be good.
If I'm like, if it's like the.
Maybe that'll work. I don't know if you can see that. Hey Google, turn sconce 2 to white.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
So, I don't know if you can see this here. This might actually work. Okay, for right now, I'm just gonna leave that like this. Just need to turn this.
I've never made a video like this before. This is the day in the life. Living in a renovation on Modern Films. We've got a lot planned for the day. It's gonna be a fun one. Pretty much any good day starts with coffee.
This
and
piece.
Keurig was one of the first things I made sure I threw in here, along with an
This might be a way for me to.
Got a little crispy. And pro tip, if you haven't tried answering emails, that kind of stuff. It's good variety. And then add wood blocking behind the patch so I have something.
I feel like that could work, but I don't want to like be I don't want to be like leaning down like this. So I would have to sort of lean into the microphone like this to do what I want to do. I want this to be at a comfortable height. So this is not it. So it'll be right here. This works. I need to bend this forward toward me. Let's see if I can do that. Alright, let's put this back on.
To match the correct height for the 5-fold door. This is a huge cheat code. Anyways, that's dry, and now it's time to sand 150 degrees.
So that works.
And this is gonna make enough dust. I will.
No way I can.
When I do this, I keep 3 things in mind. 1, I want light pressure. 2, I want to make sure my sander is sitting flat.
I'll just have
and
to
then 3,
change my chair around a little bit.
not just up and down.
Okay,
Side to side
so
and diagonally as well.
yeah, I wanted to just get this connected. My camera's about to die, so let me show this to you before it does.
We've already established flat, so that's why I'm using quite a bit more pressure on my drywall knife. I'm just trying to backfill any negative spaces or voids, but I don't want to build up a coat that I've just got to sand back down to get back to flat.
And friendly door-to-door service. You can reclaim your space in seconds. Always ready, always adaptable.
Alright, just doing a test to see if the microphone is working. Just doing a test so far. Well, we got some technical difficulties. I'm gonna turn the camera off and I'm gonna come back. Alright, looks like we're back in action. So, gonna just record. Give me 1 second. All right. Still got some technical difficulties coming up here. All right. Looks like everything should be working now. So, all right. Going to start the recording for this. Okay, here we go. Just trying to get this set up right. Okay, here we go. All right, so it looks like we're recording now. So this is the 3D video that you're watching, the 3D printing video. And in this clip right here, I am doing the bunny or rabbit, which is one of the designs that comes with this printer that is already loaded onto the little USB drive that they give you. I think this was my sort of second time coming back to the 3D printing, because the first time they give you 2 things that you can print. You can do the little bolt, or you can do the rabbit. So when I first opened up my 3D printer and got started, I did the bolt, and the 3D print was about it was almost done, actually. So I would say it was like 3/4 of the way done. And then the the bolt just lifted off of the printing plate, and it just started spinning around, and I was like just really devastated that it did not print correctly. And so after that, I kind of put the 3D printer away, and I really didn't do any more 3D printing for some months, quite a few months. So then this is me coming back to 3D printing again and doing I said the bolt really stressed me out. Let me show you the bolt. So this was the bolt, and this is as far as it got with the print when it started lifting off and it was going everywhere. And that, like I said, that was devastating to me. So right now what you're seeing is me going back in again and just trying again. And here's the rabbit, this little guy right here. That's what you're seeing get printed right now. So yeah, just kind of doing a little story time on my 3D printing. So after that, I was feeling really confident. So I did a couple of other 3D prints. I did this little thing here. It was supposed to be like a spear, if I'm saying that correctly, a spear. And but I cut it off, like I didn't want to finish it, or actually I think I ran out of filament. That's what happened. So this would have been more like an orb, sort of round. And I need to get some more filament. That's the one thing they don't tell you about 3D printing, is you're going to need a lot of filament. And make sure that you store your filament in like an airtight container, because if the air gets to it, it won't print correctly. So the next thing I wanted to do was like a little vase. I actually want to do a really big vase, but I went ahead and did this little small one right here. And I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's it's got an opening in there, so I could actually put something in here. And these prints came out fine. What I ended up having to do so that the print wouldn't lift off of the plate is I just made sure it was really clean. I went through again and like recalibrated everything, made sure that the printer bed was, I forget the term, but I just made sure everything was adjusted correctly. And then I started using a glue stick on the actual printer bed, and that helped with making sure that the filament stayed on the heating bed as it was going around making the 3D print. So that really gave me confidence to continue my 3D printing journey. So just finishing up the rabbit here, and then I'll just kind of talk through some of the other parts of this 3D printing vlog that I'm doing here. So we got the rabbit going. Also, in my job where I work, the students that I supervise, they do a lot of 3D printing. So whenever we need something 3D printed, and you're going to see some of those projects, my students are the ones who do those, and I'm sort of like the go-between person. Like, hey, they want this thing to be 3D printed, and then they come to me, and then I come to my students and I ask them, you know, hey, can you work on this 3D project? So they get trained on that. We all get trained on it. So this next video that you're looking at, it is actually the boat. And I had to go back into my video archives and find the footage. I don't think this will have the part when it actually lifts off of the plate, but I did want to include, you know, I just had a lot of little clips of me doing 3D prints, and so I just wanted to assemble all of those for this vlog on 3D printing. But yeah, this was my very first 3D print project, and I really want to do a lot more 3D printing. I just haven't devoted the time to it. Of course, editing these videos takes a lot of time, and when you have like a little backlog, which I'm sort of getting out of. But yeah, you can see in this video, we got the boat, or the tugboat. I think this is a tugboat. It got printed only to this part, and then it lifted off. So, but yeah, I want to get back and do a lot more printing. These are some of the things that we did at my job. We did a lot of things for like Halloween's, different holidays. So we did these little pumpkins for a program, and we gave these out to people that come into our establishment. I believe they actually did like a scavenger hunt. They placed them at different places in the building, and if you found it, you got to keep it. So that was pretty cool. We do things like that. So this is just all of the little pumpkins together. They're all ready. Now this one was really cool. One of our students, he came up with this ideal where we wanted 3D prints for Valentine's Day, and he found a heart that had gears to it, so it actually will turn, and you'll see that demonstrated in the video that you're seeing right now. As you turn the gears, it will do like it'll go through a whole motion, and it'll come back to being a heart. So he found this design on one of the 3D printing websites like Thingiverse, but we thought that one was really cool, and we ended up with about maybe like 12 or 14 of these. And this was another program where we did another scavenger hunt. We hid these around the building, and if you found one, you got to keep it. So yeah, I want to thank my student for coming up with that ideal. And we also had another ideal that another student had, and it was just like for a heart pendant, like a chain that you could wear. This is like all of the pieces, and then this one you're looking at right now, that was the one with the heart pendant, and you could put a chain on it. So those were pretty cool. We had a few of those, and that was also part of the same scavenger hunt for the Valentine's Day. So we had both of those, and yeah, the pieces that had to be put together, you had to put that one together because it had those moving parts. But that was pretty cool. And yeah, that's about it, man. I just wanted to share some of my my 3D printing journey. Want to share more with you in the future as I continue learning more on my own and also at my job. So thank you for joining me on this edition of Michael Maygill, and I will see you next week.